The Brandon Peters Show may contain explicit language and detailed plot points. For more information on the show, stay tuned to the end of the episode.
The summer of 2015 at 10.
All right, it is Friday and time to close our week of the summer of 2015 at 10 with another music video discussion. And returning for her fourth summer, the Brandon Peters Show in-house life coach, the founder and head honchess of Courage to Rise, Jennifer Wreyford.
I am excited to be back. I can't believe it's been 4 years. It's literally one of my favorite parts of the summer.
So you and Jessica and Troy are the only people from 82, 93, 04, and 2015.
The streak.
Congratulations.
Do you get like a is there like
I guess maybe they get a pin for each year you do. Yes. So next year what we're doing with it is it's a dealer's or it's a listener's choice. So I have it out to the listeners to pick a year for us to cover. So don't know yet where we're going. It was easy for people to figure 82 to 93 to 04 to 15. We're not doing like 2021 at 5. Nope. Not doing that. So we're just we're throwing it out there to people. So first off, 2015, what I'm sure life was wildly different for you back then. I will say we don't. So in 2015, I believe you and I know each other via emails, but we don't meet in person until 2016.
That is a fact.
But we knew each other from emails.
Yeah.
And maybe conference call or two.
Probably conference calls.
But but that was it. But what was going on with you in 2015?
2015 was honestly, that was the year that started that was a year.
Oh,
It's like that wasn't the worst year, but that was in the pocket of time right before my very first year, and it was sort of the year that I started to kick off my the awakenings and transitions in my life. But
gotcha.
Right before I hit rock bottom, so 2015 was the big part of that. So it was right. All the shit hit the fan. Like it had sort of hit the fan before, and then 2015 was like it continued to spiral down, and right before 2016. But I was still putting on a smiley face and showing up at work, and
there you go.
He had no idea that was going on. I was like, yeah. Shouldn't. So
I'm looking down the cliff right now. Okay.
I want to publicize that. Nope, we're good.
Yeah. Well, we're glad everything has worked out for you, though.
It's funny
in its own way.
That. I mean, 10 years on, it is like time has no meaning to me anymore. I don't know what is time, right? But
yeah.
Look back and have the appreciation for where it all started. And while I might not necessarily do it the same way again, I wouldn't change anything because it literally made me who I am. And I absolutely love who and where I am in life now. So
yeah, absolutely. Personally, I never every time when people are like, oh man, those were the years. I'm like, I don't want to go back to those. I've always liked where I've come.
Yeah.
There are lessons learned. I don't like college Brandon. I don't think I'd be friends with him nowadays. 30s Brandon did some good stuff, but now I'm 40s Brandon's crushing it still. I don't have I'm always, and I'm not always, I do enjoy reminiscing on the past, but I'm like looking forward, and right now is always pretty good.
Yeah. And I think that's I don't, like you said, I love and I'm grateful for every past version of me. I don't think people listen to me anyway if I try to tell her anything. So I'm grateful for who I was and what I experienced and the people that were in my life. And I don't want to go back. Like you said, I can think fondly on things or remember or, sometimes go, oh, it wasn't a fine moment. But I'm excited about the present and what's coming.
Right. And even though I met you during this wild period, my take was she rules. So, and you still do. And you still do.
In a total hot mess all at the same time.
There you go. Yeah. And I still do. So I was like, all right. So It's all great. But yeah, no, it's 2015. Yeah. I was just I was like the different way different spot in life and like where I've come since then. Not really mad at who I was back then or anything, but yeah. Um I get it. I get it. As we do with this thing, like we talked about movies on the Monday episode that coordinates with this Friday episode. So I'm going to ask you if you have seen or remember anything about any of these four. First one's Heaven Knows What. This is a Safdie brothers movie who would go on to make Uncut Gems, uh, Good Times. But it's a about homeless people. They're drug addicts on the streets. Yep. Really
Nope. That one.
limited release movie. Barely Lethal. This is a Haley Steinfeld movie where she's like a teenage spy that leaves the spy people to try to live a normal teen life, but it catches back up with her.
Nope.
Nope. All right. How about Aloha? It's the Cameron Crowe movie with Bradley Cooper and Emma Stone and Rachel McAdams.
Yes.
This-
I do know that one, and I think I bought that one, and I think I started it, and then I was like, "What the actual?" And then,
It's the one where Emma Stone they were giving a lot of shit because she was playing a Hawaiian person and she is like 0% Hawaiian or something.
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't. I've watched it. It's been so long ago, but I watched that one. I know.
Mm-hmm. All right. And the big movie from this week was San Andreas, the disaster movie with The Rock, where it's about
I
a
didn't
big
see it.
earthquake and
I remember it.
it's him, Carla Gugino, and Alexander Daddario play a family, and I'm like, this is the hottest family ever put on film. Like, what are we doing here? And he has to go like to Vegas and like I think they go to Vegas and like save her. The daughter's there and like all sorts of shit. But he's like a helicopter jumper guy for
Mhm.
fires or earthquakes, some shit like that. But it's a solid little movie. It's one of the many movies featuring Paul Giamatti we talk about this during this summer. He's in like four or five. Him and Elizabeth Banks are in like everything in this summer um, of movies we talk about. It's nuts.
It's funny because I feel like I didn't watch a lot of movies during that period because it was
Huh?
like after my divorce and then before everything. Well, and I feel like I wasn't doing a lot of movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go. Doing other things.
I was just trying to survive.
Yeah, try. Yeah, there are more important things. So, okay. We'll get into our song, which is "Love Me Like You Do" by Ellie Goulding. And is it Goulding, or whatever. It was a part of the 50 Shades of Grey soundtrack, a soundtrack that also boasted "Earned It" by The Weeknd and "Crazy in Love" 2014 remix by Beyonce. It's a second single. It would later be attached on her third album, Delirium. It's written and produced by others, and Goulding just did the vocals. It was originally intended for Demi Lovato to sing this one, that she backed out of it or something like that. We got a Grammy nomination for Best Solo Performance. It was her first nomination. It also nominated for Best Song Written for Visual Media. And it was her biggest hit, peaking at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, and went 8 times platinum in sales. That's 8 million copies. And are you? What's your thoughts on the song?
I honestly, I didn't know she sang it.
Hmm.
I think I thought it was Ariana Grande, and I actually don't know how old she is, so maybe that's not even a possibility.
See, we're in this time when I'm like not very up in it with the music of the time. So there's a
I,
lot of these where I'm like, I'm looking at title, I'm like, and I hear it, I'm like, oh, that one, okay. Or they saying that, or yeah, it's a really interesting. I'm uncool at this point when it comes to pop music.
I was so uncool because I loved I think Goulding
Go, you know.
Lights, her song Lights, that I think
Hmm.
that was like 2010. I love that one. Like I listened to that one on repeat. But this one, yeah, I didn't know that she sang it, and then I listened to it and I was like, oh yeah, I know that song. But apparently it was a really big deal, and I was like lost in my own little bubble. So
Yeah, it's
uh,
a. I remember this song like being on the radio and stuff a bunch when it came out, and I didn't know it was attached to 50 Shades of Grey.
yeah,
Um, And then I was just like, yeah, it's a little bopper. Like, not going out of my way to seek it out, but I'm not going to change the station if it comes on. Are you familiar with 50 Shades of Grey at all? Because I have never read nor seen. I still haven't seen the movies, even though I really like Dakota Johnson a lot. I haven't seen the movie.
I have neither seen the movies nor read the books.
There we go.
I have heard the writing is terrible, and so I really don't have a compelling reason to read it.
Well, and those books, if I'm not to be mistaken, came out of Twilight fan fiction.
That
Is that's the thing with it, and it's just like about like S&M stuff, I guess, and bad relate like, and it made a trilogy of books and movies, and
like at the time, it's not, I mean, I don't care. Like, you want to get into your kink, you do you, none of my business. Make sure everybody's consenting adults, whatever.
mhm.
But I think part of it was like the unhealthy, I was in tune, but not as aware of, well, I was in an unhealthy relationship at the time. But then, like, by the time it became a big thing, really, I was like, this sounds like a terrible use of time. Like, I just kind of don't like to watch things that are a train wreck sort of for the sake of being a train wreck and
Yeah,
like glorifying it as though this is a good thing.
yeah.
And I was like, I can go my whole life and not see it and I'll be okay. So,
There you go. I remember one of the things, like the controversies or things that online people cared about, no one else did during this, was that Dakota Johnson and who's the lead of this movie? Like
no, wait, I know his name. It just flew out of my head. He was in,
Barb and Star. I liked him in that. Can't remember.
oh my God.
I should be better at this.
No, I know this because I liked him in, oh God, what's the movie? Gillian Anderson. It's one word that he was in with her.
Oh, Jamie Dornan.
Jamie Dornan.
Jamie Dornan. Yeah. Yeah, he's really good. Did you see Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar?
No, I did not.
You should. It's a pretty funny movie, and he's funny in it. The one thing was like that Dakota Johnson and him were not like in love on set or dating secretly or something. Like, huh?
They looked like we didn't have any chemistry.
Yeah, it's like, and people are like mad about that off screen. It's like they're actors. Like,
Yeah. I'd be
just
more mad they don't have any chemistry, but
right. Which my favorite thing was though with Dakota Johnson when she did her press tour for the Madam Web, the Spider-Man offshoot movie that did terrible last year, and she like basically did this whole tour that was like a bunch of fucking nerds, like because they would be like, "Did you know that Madam's like no?" And then when they asked her to name all three of Tom Holland's Spider-Man movies, and she's like, Spider-Man, he's back. Spider-Man is here again. And Oda, and I was like, I'm crushing on you really hard for being this like, dude, I'm an actor. Like, it's a part. Like, my agent probably told me to do a Marvel movie type thing. And like, just trying to hit her up. And she was just unfazed by it all. And just like, whatever, nerds type thing. I was like, that's great. I I enjoyed that with her. So like I'm a big fan of hers from that. But and she also did that Suspiria remake, which was really good, and liked her in that. But the video for this is directed by Georgia Hudson, and she did videos for Pink, Sigma, and M Zero. I don't know what Sigma and M Zero are, but I know who Pink is.
Pink is.
P upside down exclamation point ink is how she spells it. It was a VMA nom for Best Female Video. Became the 21st video on YouTube to receive 1 billion
Billion with a B.
views.
I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not much of a video. It's just singing in sets from what I think is meant to be the movie and clips.
It was interesting because it was like, you see the movie clips, and then before I realized that they were dancing, I was like, is this from the movie? What are we doing? Should we be showing that? And then
Yeah.
because they would do like a flash of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what am I looking at? Is that age appropriate? I don't
Right. But she did her own dancing in it.
Yeah, which I thought that was cool, and I liked I liked that part of it. I thought it kind of added an interesting element to the song and the video, and I thought, I mean, I understand they did it for the movie, so they
Mhm.
included clips, but I was like, nah, I could have probably done without the movie clips.
Yeah, it's not my yeah like and as I repeat myself probably weekly on these music videos, I'm like music videos have lost their luster at this point. They're not integral to the marketing stuff. And then soundtrack videos have always been like, yeah, we're just gonna throw clips together and film the band or somebody doing something, and they do that. So like this is of that. It's got set value and lighting, I guess, with her and some good emotion and energy in her performance singing the song. But I mean, this is basically like here's the video for the song, and I think like when you see like a lot of these received 1 billion views on YouTube, it's because somebody wanted to hear the song. They didn't want to watch the video. They probably had popped it on, did something else because that's what people do with YouTube.
Probably a lot of people had sex to that song on
Probably,
YouTube.
yeah,
I
yeah.
said what I said.
I'm gonna put playlist. All right, got my hard hitting bedroom jams.
It's all fun and games until an ad breaks in and kills
Yeah,
the.
yeah, yep. That's right. Yeah. Oh gosh, that's funny. I never even thought of that. That's
Sorry,
funny.
I'm working blue.
Nope, I'm going for it. I like it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Yeah, like I get my and then like State Farm is coming for you. Like, whoa, killed the mood. Hymns. That's a yeah. You get a hymns ad in there. Oh, that's too funny. But yeah, no, I have I couldn't tell you more about 50 Shades of Grey or Ellie Goulding. I know she did like some like Hunger Games songs for those. So,
Yeah, I like I said, I love her song Lights. I list that's on my I'm one of those people like I'll get a playlist that I like and like
mhm.
I'll do it ad nauseum for years before I make a new one.
Right, there you go.
Lights was on that one for a long time. This song was not, but that was the extent of my knowledge of Ellie Goulding at that point. But I think she's been fairly successful doing. I mean, this song
Yeah.
obviously successful. So
I don't have a CD player in my car anymore because I drive a Jeep Compass and they like decided we're not going to do that no more. But you can get a portable hard drive and I'm like, no, fucking or a portable player. I'm like, that's stupid. Start. But I
that's
still
back to like the 90s. But
right. I still have all my like my burned CDs and sometimes I would love to I used to love popping those old mixes in and seeing what the hell I put on them because I would name them, everybody named them stuff. So like what's this one? So
that's a
those
good
are
place.
I love making a good mix. Love doing that. I've noticed I think I missed my calling as a wedding DJ.
It's not too late.
No, it is too late because I would never love my evenings. A When I did PopCon in Louisville, the Louisville PopCon last year, on the social medias, I got more compliments for the music I played on the PopCon stage than I did like putting together good programming. Like that guy was jam. Like this guy, oh man, the music coming from there was great all weekend. Oh my god, and I was like, yep, there it is. There's the Brandon Peters missed my calling as a wedding DJ. I'll never forget too. I put on Purple Rain so I could go to the restroom. Because like usually when I start, I have an hour because I don't put anybody on the live stage for the first hour because I think that's unfair as people are entering and all that stuff. So I usually have an hour of music going and I put on Purple Rain to because I can't just I feel where I'm going with things, so I'll have all these songs and I'll just like start scattering on my own. So I put Purple Rain on because it's 10 minutes. I could go to the bathroom and come back in that time. And I put it on, and this guy goes, it was like Sunday morning. I put on Purple Rain, and this guy's like by this like it's like there was like a pizza stand or something near mine, and he was filling it up, and he was like, "Oh hell no, Purple Rain!" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You have been amazing all weekend. Holy, you have good taste, man. You have good." I was like, "Thanks, dude." He's like, "Every time I'm up here." It's like, "All right." But yeah, I was like, I put it on for a reason. I gotta go to the bathroom. So,
Oh, but you do it intuitively though, and that's
yep,
like part of it, right? It's like
yep.
you're knowing kind of what needs to come next, and that's why it's
Yeah.
so good.
I probably am just popular with the vendors who are older or in my age range because all they hear is like anime stuff all weekend and like
Right.
other things like club music jamming. So I'm like, all right, I'm the old soul, I guess, playing things. But okay, well, I think that'll do it for this one. Jennifer, we'll see you further down the road this summer on this series. But till then, where can people keep up with you? And do you have any cool plans for the summer?
So my Instagram, because I'm still on Instagram because I haven't made a switch yet, is at I am Jennifer Wreyford. I have my website, Courage to Rise. The Courage to the Courage to Rise podcast has new episodes because I started recording again this year. For the summer, I've got a trip to Costa Rica planned. Got a couple meditation. So that's super exciting. So I have some new things that I'm adding to the portfolio. So that's exciting too. So
Very cool.
good stuff.
Awesome. And I am on the socials at Brandon4KUHD. You can catch me this summer at Days of the Dead, June 13th through 15th. You'll want to check their website and schedule for dates and times of my live performances, as well as coming by my booth to say hello. And PopCon is June 25th through, or no, sorry, it is June 27th through 29th at the Indiana Convention Center in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'll be there hosting the live podcast stage and putting on the podcast awards. More information at popcon.us. Monday, Scott, Aaron, and I are back to talk Love and Mercy, Entourage, the movie, Insidious Chapter 3, and Spy. All that and more as the summer of 2015 at 10 continues.
The summer of 2015 at 10.
Thank you for listening. The Brandon Peters Show is a Creative Zombie Studios production. Produced by Brad Shoemaker and Brandon Peters. Written and edited by Brandon Peters. Announcer vocals by Jessica Alsman. Theme song by Metavari. Web design and show art by Brad Shoemaker with Brandon Peters. All music and clips featured in the episode are property of their respective studios, and no infringement is intended. Additional information on this and other episodes at BrandonPetersShow.com. For any inquiries, press opportunities, or sponsorship, contact mail at BrandonPetersShow.com. The show is available on Apple Music, Spotify, or anywhere podcasts are found.